you want to know a fun fact, Dan?
Yeah, what is it?
Spider-Man once gave birth to himself.
What?
He became a giant spider and got pregnant on his own, and in the end gave birth to himself.
I'm so confused.
Spider-Man disassembled. And on that note, everyone, welcome to TBO, a review of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes, I actually went to see the film.
Yay! That will all make sense when you listen to the other TBO-ness that's coming out. But yeah, let's get into it, Dan. What did you think?
Well, first of all, I had to change cinema to watch this because I refused to sit next to someone during the COVID pandemic.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yep.
So
Whereas
I drove...
I've sat in 3 viewings with packed out cinemas.
Yeah, I managed to get the corner just by myself, and it was great.
Right. Yeah, I've watched this 3 times now since Dan's watched it once. I watched it twice in one day and then once on the Friday after.
And do you have any regrets?
No, not at all. None. Not a single thing. There are dogs barking outside my window. Great. But yeah, overall, did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Is this your favorite of the Tom Holland trilogy?
No.
Oh, okay, we'll get into that. Is this your favorite of all of the other ones?
What, not including Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, right. Well, Dan's got some opinions.
Spider-Verse might be a bit better.
Oh yeah, Spider-Verse is way better, but
But live action? Yeah.
this is definitely high up there. All right, full spoilers ahead, everyone. So if you've not watched it, then I'm so sorry for you.
Yes,
But-
and congratulations for avoiding spoilers.
Yeah, the internet has already done its thing and just immediately spoiled everything. Because if you go on and type in the movie's name on Google, you'll get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the cast list. If you go to Wikipedia, the entire plot is there. If you go on any website that even mentions Spider-Man, you'll just see spoilers and spoilers and spoilers. So we apologize. But
To be
there are
honest-
spoilers.
I was expecting to be in it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of expecting it, but they've been telling us for months that they're not in it. And Dan, they weren't in it. Oh, no, wait, they were.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm happy they are, but I wouldn't have been disappointed if they weren't. But I'm glad that they are because it's nice to see them again. I love my boy Andrew Garfield. Tobey Maguire I can give or take. But yeah.
That's a comment by itself to get loads of hate, you know.
Yeah, I know. Everyone loves the Raimi ones. I'm indifferent. I really am not that fussed.
The whole internet jizzes over Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. But I'm a jizzer for Andrew Garfield.
I don't think anyone has said that ever for... I mean,
I am sure a lot of women have said that.
maybe, but not for the Spider-Man.
Okay,
Not for
Squirter.
Spider-Man.
Squirter would probably be the better way. Anyway.
Oh, dear.
And Gay Man. No, Gay Man could say it. There we go. Let's get into the plot. What do you think
Yes.
of the beginning where Matt Murdock turns up?
Yep,
Because
yeah, that happens.
Spider-Man's identity is revealed.
The whole internet spoiled that ages ago.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting it once Kingpin turned up, and I was just like, yeah, this is 100% having Matt Murdock. And also Kevin Feige spoiled it because he's like, yeah, we've cast him. When and where he'll show up, who knows? Woo!
I thought it was pretty good use, and I'd liked him in it still. I love the line he said when Spider-Man asked
I
him.
wish he was in it a bit more, but then I realized that there's no point for him to be in it more because he basically turns up to get Peter Parker out of legal trouble, and then there's no more legal trouble, so it's like, why would he be there?
Yeah, exactly. They sort of glance over a lot of it.
I was really thinking that he would have probably, I don't know, I was kind of expecting like a different cameo. I don't know why. I was expecting them to do like She-Hulk or something.
Maybe.
That would have been...
Although, like you said, once and then Kingpin, it was sort of like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, once Kingpin gets revealed in Spider-Man, you're like, wow, that's just it.
I do wonder
Yeah,
maybe what they're going to do for the villain in the next film.
Well, it's Craven. Because Craven... No, well, maybe it's not Craven. They're doing a Craven solo movie, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, okay, I'll very quickly, I want to talk about, I love the moment Matt Murdock has where he just catches the brick, and then
Yep.
Spider-Man asks him, how do you do that? And he goes, I'm a good lawyer.
Yeah. After saying that Happy Hogan needs a good lawyer. So I reckon maybe we'll get Happy Hogan's trial at some stage.
Maybe Marvel Studios are actually planning to do another Daredevil series.
Maybe. I'd like them to do stuff. Maybe Kingpin can be in that. But he won't be as violent as he is in the TV show, which saddens me. Because my
I don't know, there
favorite
might
part
be.
of the
It's a bit
entire
of the blood.
Daredevil series is where Kingpin just crushes that Russian dude's head in a car door.
Yeah.
And it is just...
That's probably the highlight of the whole Oh, sure.
It's just brutal, and I love it. And I was just like, oh dear God, they actually went there. I just love it. I'm just like that one moment is just enough to sell me on the entire series. And I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I must finish Daredevil.
And now Hawkeye's going to have neutered him, so he's not going to be as brutal.
I mean, Kingpin's not going to get addressed in episode 6. He's not going to show up.
He will. It would just be an end credit thing or something, because they haven't done an end credit yet. And I'm like,
Maybe, it might be an end credit. Yeah, you're right.
It would just be him buying Tony Stark's old building.
Yeah.
Or
So,
him slicing Hawkeye's neck, as I'm hoping.
The plot
I'm
of the
just
film.
hoping Hawkeye dies at the end of the
Shut
show.
up, Hawkeye. We're not doing Hawkeye. We're doing Spider-Man. Shut the fuck up. Spider-Man.
I gotta tease people a bit.
Spider-Man.
Yes. Spider-Men's.
Spider-Man. The plot of Spider-Man No Way Home. He's in legal trouble. He gets out of legal trouble, but now he
Pretty much
realizes...
is right at the beginning, and then it's like, oh, how do I solve the other social problems of everyone knowing who I am?
Yeah.
And how to get into college.
Do you know what? I'm still not a fan of this. I feel...
The beginning bit.
No, and I love the beginning, the start of it, but I'm not a fan of the forgetting spell.
I don't mind it. I'm like, yeah, it makes more sense than him going back in time, which I think is the trailer's like take on it, isn't it? No. Is it
No,
the forgetting
they
spell in the trailer?
they said in the line, can you make everyone forget me? And I'm
Yeah.
still not a great fan of that. And I feel like it's quite out of Doctor Strange for helping.
Well, like they said, they've used it for less. So, I mean...
Still,
I mean,
thought
it works. Like, ultimately, it's just a plot point that gets the plot
Yeah,
moving.
it just feels a bit forced, I think. It feels
They
a
just
bit
had
out
to
of
go,
character.
basically, oh, yeah, if we use that, it toes the line between light and dark or whatever it is, the boundaries of reality. So, that's how our mishap will happen if you fuck it up. Like, it's a pretty decent explanation. It's all magic-y bullshit. You gotta just deal with it. Like, you're gonna just... Like, I had people complain, why does Doctor Strange get nerfed within, like, his fight scene? And it's like, well, because otherwise you don't get a movie. Like, you gotta take some lax reality with it. He's also not trying to kill the kid. He's
That's
just
true.
trying to stop the kid. If he wanted to kill him, he'd just tear him apart. Do you reckon the reason why his astral projection can still do stuff is because of his spider sense? Because you see the little lines around his body when he's projecting?
I don't know. I wonder. I wanted to know what it was. They never
I think
explained
it's his
it.
spider sense. I think it's his spidey sense, because I think his spidey sense can do it when he's not conscious, because it's just a natural thing that just happens, and it's just like an ability. So him being outside of his body doesn't affect his spider sense, but you can see, if you look at it, you can see like little waves emanating off of him, like little reactions.
I didn't notice that, so maybe it was that.
Well, I've watched it 3 times, so I've been very observant. I also noticed this time around, the third time around, that MJ is wearing the broken lotus necklace thing from Far From Home.
I did not notice that.
Yeah. So, but it's still broken, so it's only like 2 pedals. But she's wearing that
alright,
the
so
entire movie.
it's subtly hinted at least at something, not just
Yeah.
entire plot point thrown away.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that fight sequence. It's just fun. I like that he manages to beat the wizard with math.
Yes, he's a big nerd.
Also, the first time around, I missed the fact that he stole the sling ring.
Did you?
And I was like, wait, why can't he get... I was like, oh, and then I noticed when Ned started using it, I was just like, oh, okay. That makes sense. A lot of people were complaining that Ned can just do magic, but it's like, it's hinted at throughout the film. Because it's like, I get magic, I feel like these tingles, it's apparently in my family. And then when he does the little fist bump with the sling ring on, it kind of sparks. And then I threw at them in there.
Also, I'm pretty sure a sling ring is one of the most easiest tools to operate.
Yeah, Doctor Strange had problems with it, but he's managed to crack it pretty well.
Yeah, because magic people in the MCU, they're not just magic because they're born with the gifts.
No, they
just
have
learn it.
items. Yeah, it's also items. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, look, you can use this item like anyone could use it, but you got to just know roughly. The only thing that I found weird was Wong doesn't like sling ring when he casts portals. Also, Wong's the Sorcerer Supreme now on a
I'm
technicality.
not a fan of that moment.
I get it. I'm just like, I reckon Wong's gonna die and then he'll get the title back.
I mean, yeah, it might do. But I love Wong so much. He's so good.
Yeah, but he's not so supreme. Why weren't you happy about it?
I just felt like I felt like it should have been Steven. I don't think it makes sense, but why?
Well, it's on a technicality because the world needs a thing, and now I reckon they're going to kill Wong to put the emotional stakes on Stephen Strange to get his title back.
Oh
and
yeah, I
become the
definitely
Sorcerer
think
Supreme.
they're going to kill Wong off the next film.
Yeah, and then it would be like, boom. He's
What
now
is the
the
next
Sorcerer's
MCU film? Is it Doctor Strange?
Yes. Well, it's technically Morbius if you're tying that into the MCU. But yeah, I think it's Doctor Strange, then 4, and then Black Panther 2, but that's probably going to be sidelined. Right, 2022. Doctor Strange, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Spider-Verse Into the Spider-Verse, Part 1. And Morbius. Those are the MCU coming out this year.
Next year.
Yes. Well, they were all meant to come out this year, technically.
Well, I'm trying to think of this film. I'm trying to think what happens now, but it's all going to blend into one.
Well, they kind of just closed the multiverse, which I was kind of like, oh, because they managed to close it, and it's like, hey, look, all of the Spider-Men and all of the villains now get to go home happy and handy. It's just kind of like, oh, I was expecting that to just tear the fabric of reality apart, and it does. But then they just kind of solve it by going, hey, look, everyone's going to forget you.
Yes, but of course there's still repercussions, as evident of the next Doctor Strange film.
Yes. So we got 2 post-credit scenes. You got a Venom one where, sadly, Venom is no longer a part of the MCU, but he left a bit of his goo, and now we're going to get a goo going around on adventures. They need to make a mini-series where it's just the goo going around killing people. As it possesses its way to Spider-Man.
But I still hope it's Tom Hardy voicing it. I think they might.
They won't, because they do it via the person it inhabits, except for in Venom's universe where it's Venom.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, but they did Carnage as Woody Harrelson, so...
No, but Carnage is infected with Woody Harrelson's blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're merged together. It's not so much just a clone.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't think they're going to give it Tom Hardy's voice if they do it. I reckon it will grab onto Flash, and Spider-Man will fight Flash, and Flash will fucking die or something. Who knows? I want to talk about this movie, but I'm just like, I want to talk about all the things that are going to happen around the movie. Oh, it's a movie.
Well, I think
What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment.
Was it the reveal of the Spider-Mans?
I did enjoy that moment.
Was it Tom Holland going brutal murderer and trying to kill Goblin?
That's my favorite moment. Definitely.
Is it Aunt May's death?
No, it's Spider-Man going about to murder somebody, and then Tobey Maguire stops him.
And then gets stabby.
Yeah, but he still lives.
Yeah, also they don't have the cut in his chest when they do the shot of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire after Parker hugs them. It's like, oh, you're in immense pain, but you see no chest wound or anything.
Yeah, because it's a PG-13 film.
Yeah. Although he gets pretty bloody in this movie.
Yeah, but I think it's fine as long as they don't show any gauging wounds. For example, they don't show the wounds left on Aunt May, they just show the blood.
Yeah. That was I like that though. That death was proper brutal.
Yeah, it was, and it definitely tipped Spider-Man or Peter Parker over the edge.
Like, I like the Spider-Man are like there to kind of just talk him out of it. Like, I know your pain. I like that Andrew Garfield finally got to catch a girl.
Yes, I did like that moment.
That moment fucking broke me. I
called it though.
No.
I called it. As soon as he brought up Gwen Stacy, I was like,
yeah. As soon as the fucking trailer shows MJ falling, I'm like, if they have the other Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield is going to be the one to catch her. Because they want to redeem him from not catching Gwen. So I'm like, yeah, that's going to happen. And it still fucking hurt. I'm like, no. Andrew Garfield, no, you poor baby boy. Because he has that little moment where he looks at her and he's just like, God damn it. If I did this, I would have caught Gwen. But he learned. And I'm happy for it.
It would be great if we do get Amazing Spider-Man 3 now. I feel like it did redeem himself a little bit in this film.
Yeah, so that's what we were discussing before we started recording. We were basically going, do you now reckon Spider-Man is going to get 3 different Spider-Men all at once? So you'll have Amazing Spider-Man 4, because that was in development, and Sam Raimi is now working on Doctor Strange, so has the potential to go back to directing superhero movies if he wants to. The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and then we get a Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6, because they've confirmed Tom Holland gets 3 more movies.
Well, I still sort of feel like Venom could be in Andrew Garfield's universe.
Maybe, because he never got to fight an alien.
No, that's true. And also,
the Morbius trailer has so many different references to so many different fucking Spider-Men.
Yeah, and so far there's only 2 universes that collided with.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's how they're going to explain why Adrian Toomes is fucking in Morbius? Because the universes took other people who knew who Spider-Man were and put them in other universes?
No, I think Morbius is actually in the MCU.
I don't want meant to be.
Because this film, I thought they were going to do Sinister Six, and they didn't. They did not do Sinister Six at all.
I knew that was never going to happen. They're going to save that for their own movie. Sony has been determined to make it a Sinister Six movie for fucking forever. So they're going to do it in its own movie.
Well, I think Sinister Six will now be these other villains. It's going to be, I think it'll be Venom, Vulture.
Well, they don't know who Spider-Man is, so...
What?
That's my point. They don't know who Spider-Man is. They don't know Peter Parker, so all they're going to do is go after Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I still reckon...
Which that was what I was thinking about, is the Adrian Toomes, the Vulture, his whole thing of like not going after Spider-Man was because he knew it was Peter Parker, and he protected Peter Parker when the Scorpion like asked, and it's like, now that he doesn't know it's Peter Parker, he might go after Spider-Man again.
Yeah, very true. How do you think MJ's going to come back into this? Do you reckon she will?
Well, she's going to be, unless Tom Holland and her break up in real life, and then they're going to make, oh, it's awkward. We don't want to force these two people who used to date to do it again.
Well, Spider-Man 4 has been confirmed. We'll talk about it more on TFE.
Yeah. I reckon she will be back, because why would they not?
I think it will be
reckon...
Venom. Venom will be the enemy. Regardless if it's Tom Hardy's or another one, it will still be Venom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to probably happen. I still wish that Tom Hardy stayed in the MCU, but alas, we don't get to see that. But maybe it's Andrew Garfield's one. We don't know. We do not know, because Tom Hardy is set in San Francisco, and normally Tom Holland's in New York, so you could technically have it where he goes over and tries to find the Spider-Man from New York. You never know. There's endless possibilities for Sony and Marvel to do now.
Also, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness does mean that
Big Squid
could cross it. What?
Big Squid thing.
Big Squid thing does exist, yes, but they can now cross over more things.
Also, yeah, it is Doctor Strange or Wanda going around and doing stuff.
I'm looking forward to that film. I reckon it'll be great.
He is. I look forward to it. I want to know, because Doctor Strange just basically brushes past Wanda's like Westview shit, so it's kind of like, oh, okay.
I thought that would happen, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, that's.
He said this. You don't need to watch TV shows to know what's happening in the films.
Well, you do when Hawkeye dies and he doesn't turn up for anything. So.
Well, Hawkeye retired at the end of Avengers.
Yeah, but Hawkeye's going to be dead at the end.
He probably will.
I want him to die so much.
There. Oh yeah, Hawkeye died.
Yeah, true. People would just go, hell yeah, celebration. Oh. Okay, let's jump around some bits and pieces. Do you like the introduction of all the villains?
I like Jamie Foxx back again. I think Jamie Foxx got a good redemption in all this. I think all the villains did serve quite well. Maybe apart from Lizard. I think Lizard got a bit...
Yeah, Lizard got shortchanged quite a bit. It's like, oh, why is he not in the apartment? Oh, he wanted to stay in the van. And then he doesn't escape before.
Yeah, it's like, what? Why is he... That was so pointless.
Yeah, I like the Lizard, but it's just kind of there just because of the other... Because he knows who Peter Parker is, basically. Which the question is, when they open up the the rip in the reality, and you start seeing people coming through, the Rhino turns up in the little vision things. There's also a guy with a spear who I think's Kraven, maybe, and there's a bunch of other ones. But does that mean that the Rhino found out who Peter Parker was? Because he doesn't know who Peter Parker was. He just knows Spider-Man.
I said many years in the future after.
True. Oh, I do like the moment where Andrew Garfield was just like, I stopped pulling my punches. And
do you think he's now a murderer?
I reckon he's beaten the shit out of a lot of people.
Actually, I'm not thinking about the Morbius trailer. Which Spider-Man is on that graffiti wall?
It's I think it's the PS4 game. I think it's the PS4 game, but it is Tobey Maguire's suit. Because I think it's a shot from the PS4 game, but it's the port of the PS4 Tobey Maguire suit.
Yeah, because I was wondering, sort of.
Oh yeah, speaking of suits, did you like the suits?
Yeah, I think it's actually now makes sense what the black suit was. It's just his own suit inverted.
Yep.
Which I liked. I'm happy they stopped making new suits.
Well, they didn't. They made a new one.
You ignore that, but I think that's quite,
Do you like that it's now blue because he takes inspiration from the other two Spider-Men?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I felt like this film feels like an origin story, which is quite ironic.
Ironic that it's the 6th appearance of Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like, but this one's the origin story because you see him get the apartment, you see him swinging around
lose
in his new
a
suit.
loved one.
I feel like isn't this the first time you see him properly swinging from buildings in New York?
Well, lampposts and shit like that.
Well, but, yeah,
You've seen him swing.
Yeah, but not really, not properly. Like this film, it heavily leans on it in the beginning and the end.
I mean, yeah. Like, I know a lot of people have their complaints with this interpretation of Spidey, but I like it. I'm just like, I don't need to see it all again, and I'm kind of happy that...
I do like how they've done their sort of own thing for the past 3 episodes, but they've sort of ended up at the same point.
Yeah.
I think that's quite nice.
We have a fully formed Spider-Man who is part of this world where there are superheroes, so he would be... Because all the other ones don't have the Avengers, as is pointed out in the movie. What is the Avengers? How does this help us? Is it a band? Dan, is it a band?
Is it a band?
Band.
A band?
Is it a band?
Actually, I like the chemistry between the Spider-Men. Only thing I felt short of wasn't done great. I think the humor was too quick after Aunt May's death.
Yeah,
it didn't give it just enough time.
I think it worked because you get Aunt May's death, you get that whole scene on the roof where it's pretty like cutthroat. He's like, I don't want your advice. I don't want any of this. They all go and give their speech about how Uncle Ben taught them. Andrew Garfield gets the awkward line of, Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility, but in his universe, it's not. It's a long, long version of that sentiment.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he didn't say that to you. What are you talking about? He said some other bullshit along the similar lines.
But we did confirm that Tobey Maguire got with MJ at the end.
Yeah.
Because
and also has organic web shooters that don't come out of his penis.
That was what as a child, but I think I actually quite enjoyed that humor joke.
Yeah.
Because
I don't like the moment where Andrew Garfield gives Tobey Maguire a back massage or whatever the fuck it is.
It's like, what? This is some sort of erotic shit going on here.
Yeah, it just looks like he's banging him from behind. I'm like, okay.
That's definitely the joke they're going for, by the way.
This is a weird moment. Also, do you like all the meme references where Green Goblin says, I'm something of a scientist myself? Referencing the meme?
Yes, yeah, that's pretty good.
I like the villain interactions. Like, they serve their purpose. Like, I think the villains are done well. I think all of it comes out very nicely. I think ultimately, I'm just like, I need more. I need more of this. Give me more. What do you think of the action? Do you like the fight on the bridge? Because we've seen a lot of it. I thought that was done
very well. Everything, talking about sort of choreography-wise, I liked the one take at the beginning where Spider-Man rushes into the apartment and starts closing all the doors and everything.
I like that. I'm just like, I like I didn't hear it the first time. I was like, what does the neighbor say? And it's just, is it true? It's like, oh, okay. I also find it funny that I know okay. So I'm going to talk about my experience going to this movie in the cinemas, and people are fucking dumbasses. I hate it.
Why? What about in your one?
Well, the first viewing was fine. There was no issues. You got all of the cheers and the whooping and the laughing and the whatnot because the Spider-Men come on screen and you're like, yeah. And then Matt Murdock comes on and you're like, yeah. And I got all of that cheering, sort of like at Endgame where they come all through the portal and that shit. That was a nice experience. Then you got the experience that right after that where it was a bunch of kids behind me, and whenever someone wasn't wearing clothes or something like that, they were like, are they naked? Oh my god, why are they naked? And I was just like, for fuck's sake, can you see his penis? And I'm like, okay. It happened when Tom Holland and MJ were in their bedroom before that scene of the one shot where it's just like, oh yeah. It's like, oh, they fucking. No, they're not fucking. And I'm like, why would you think they were fucking? And then it happened when Electro turns up and gets put, and they go, oh, butt-ass naked. And it's like, can you see his penis? And I'm like, and then it happened when the lizard transforms. And it's like, can you see his penis? And I'm like, ugh. I hate people. This is why cinema should burn.
Honestly, there was a lot of sex and naked jokes in this film.
Yeah. But I'm like, hell yeah.
I also want to discuss my experience
They're
today.
also underage.
Within their age, within 12?
No. The characters in the movie.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
They're 17. So.
Actually, no, that's fine in America. That's fine.
Yeah, they're 17. So it's technically legal, but you're not meant to fuck them.
No, not really.
As long as you're doing it within your age grade, you're fine. If you're doing it, you're still technically classified as a child. So it's child porn. So stop it.
So I had
Tom
two lots
Holland
of
maybe
annoying people.
25, but
I had two lots of
What was
annoying
that?
people in my screening. One of them kept rustling a bag for like an hour. I don't know what they were doing. It just sounded like they were
Eating
literally
chips.
got a bin bag and just started rustling it for the whole film.
oh, I had someone drop their phone and spend about 5 minutes trying to find their phone.
And then talking about phones, there was a girl who just spent the entire film on Instagram, just
Well,
scrolling
yeah,
through
you
it.
should
And I was
gotta
like,
live
"What are
stream
you
it,
doing?
Dan."
Why would you go to a cinema just to look at Instagram? What is wrong with you? You must be sick in the head.
No, yeah, people are dumb. Don't.
Until the steward came along and was like, what are you doing? Stop it.
Well, she was Instagram living it, Dan.
I don't think she was just
illegally
scrolling,
streaming
so.
the film. Oh yeah, we should talk about the illegal streaming of this movie. It basically leaked first day.
It's almost like something that's overhyped will be very highly pirated.
It leaked on YouTube. It leaked on Reddit. I didn't watch it because I'd already seen it. I was like, hell yeah. But how long do you reckon before they start playing trailers with these Spider-Man in it? I'm giving it about 2 weeks. I'm giving it after the initial week of it launching, and they don't want spoilers. As soon as everyone who wants to have watched it has watched it, that's when they're going to start putting the trailers out and the Spider-Man are going to turn up.
I reckon
Because
it'll be after
Sony really
Christmas.
wants to do it.
After Christmas and New Year, when the holidays are over.
I reckon before that. I reckon they got about 2 weeks.
Maybe. Go watch it. If you haven't
I
seen it.
reckon the
don't wanna watch it.
Wednesday as the Book of Boba Fett launches, they will release the Spider-Man trailers, where the or Marvel will start like tweeting about, "Hey, look, the Spider-Mans are in it."
Well, apparently the Morbius film referenced all three Spider-Man films.
Yeah, and other things.
And Venom
They
as well.
references a lot. I just don't get what Morbius is trying to be. It fascinates me. Okay. Do you like the MacGuffins to fix all of the villains?
I understand it, and I think it's quite good to have the redemption of all the villains to an extent. I mean, they're all dead anyway.
Yeah. So if you don't, okay. So the plot of the movie is basically the villains. Spider-Man fucks up a spell, and instead of everyone forgetting who he is, because he wants everyone who he already knew. I like the fact that it's just like, oh, you didn't even try and contact them, and then it's just like, you dumbass. I like that he fucks it up just because he didn't even try. And then the other villain, all the people who know who Spider-Man are, start coming to that universe, all trying to find Spider-Man. And then Doc Ock, as we've predicted, gets his arms taken over by Stark Tech. Don't know if I like the way they did it.
I sort of like that. I actually did like that moment.
I don't like the hologram thing. It's like, well. Also, his arms still move when he moves, which kind of weirded me out. I'm like, shouldn't they not move when he moves?
No, they would still move, but they wouldn't move like orientation. So you can still walk technically, but they're just sort of locked in place because it's.
No. I don't mean that. I mean when he does like a head swivel, they head swivel. It's like
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
they shouldn't.
Just locked in
They should
place.
be working independently of him at that point. They shouldn't. And then when he gets his control back over them, they should move as he wants them to move. I found that it was kind of like inconsistent with like his arms just working for him but not working for him. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so Marvel has many inconsistencies.
Yeah. You really don't like the fact that the smalling and then it would basically cause a black hole.
They do the stupidest thing. Why did they bring up the fact so it's like dense objects keep their denseness? I was like, what? You've just ruined everything.
Do you like the fact that the Statue of Liberty was getting Captain America's shield?
Do you know what? I don't
As
care. I don't like
referenced in
America, so
Hulk.
yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sure many Americans
Like,
would hate
oh. Well, they weren't happy about it in the film. They were all like, why are they getting it? And then at the end, the Statue of Liberty is fine, but it don't have the shield anymore.
What I did like was J. Jonah Jameson complaining about Spider-Man and monuments.
Like, oh, he's destroying
He's like, another monument, people. He really hates.
Well, he did technically destroy the Washington Monument. No, the Dick Monument, the one that looks like a penis.
Yeah, it's Washington Monument. Yeah,
Yeah.
Washington Monument,
then-
London Bridge, and now Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
It's like, why is he
Well,
kind of
technically,
against
the Statue of
monuments?
Liberty isn't destroyed. It's just the shield gets knocked off.
Yeah, but it's still funny though.
Yeah. They destroyed Captain America. He hates Captain America.
Do you think Peter Parker is now going to go work for Daily Bugle?
He might do.
Because
Maybe it's
his
like a
career's ended. Like he can't get anything else now.
Well, he's not getting into college because they forgot about him. So rather than that's how MJ and Ned got in, but they forgot about Peter because Peter can't do it. I reckon he'll work for an alternate one.
So here's my theory for next film. Are they going to do a time jump again?
Maybe.
Because isn't this one still set somewhat?
This is set literally right after the other one.
Yeah, like a week after or something, or a week or two after.
So it's set like, I think the first one is, but I think it's set 6 months after, 6 months after the
Yeah, so it's 2023 or 2024. They're either going to do another time jump, or they're just going to. I don't think MJ and Ned will be in the next one.
When I first saw the moment where I thought it would be really funny if MJ and Ned started dating.
They might do. That's what happened in
That's what I was thinking, because I was like, he's left them to now, and they're close friends, and I think that would then cause Ned to become the villain because Peter steals MJ back, and maybe Ned gets the Venom symbiote and is jealous of Peter for stealing his girlfriend. But because when I saw, I was just like, would they have started dating? Would they remember why they were friends? And they just assumed they were naturally boyfriend and girlfriend?
I didn't know this, but apparently Ned is actually, in the comics, the husband of Betty Brant.
Well, yeah, they dated.
Yeah, so which makes sense why they dated in Far From Home.
Oh, yep, starring. There it is, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. On the official Wikipedia page.
Do you think they might do a Hobgoblin for Ned Leeds?
That's what I'm saying. I think Peter Parker will steal MJ back if they start dating, and then boom. You got a reason why Ned becomes a villain.
Because apparently he has been Hobgoblin in the comics.
Yeah.
So I reckon he will be. But I don't think it'll be next film.
It'll be that or an Elseworld version.
Yeah, I think next film will be Peter on his own, because the other two are at college.
Yeah.
And
Do you reckon Peter's going to get into MIT?
No, I don't think he will. I think he'll just stay in New York and be a photographer. And just live his life, just helping.
I think they're doing it so that Tom Holland and Zendaya don't have any weird, awkward relationship problems. If they do, they don't have to deal with it in the movies.
Yeah, they've left it good open-ended, you know?
Because as soon as you start dating your co-star, if you break up and you're in a franchise that is heavily tied together, you kind of like, what happens if they break up? And I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna. What is Zendaya's last name? She doesn't have one. Oh no, Zendaya Marie Stomer Coleman.
There we go. Ned is Mary Jane's boyfriend at some point.
Why does Wikipedia have a signature?
Yes, I do think Ned will be dating MJ. But I reckon that will happen, but that will be in the end of... I reckon that'd be Spider-Man 5. They'll come back, they're dating, and then MJ falls in love with Peter, and then Ned kind of becomes evil, and he goes crazy.
He'll either get the symbiote or he'll get the
No, become a Hobgoblin.
Yeah, but they need a Norman Osborn.
Well, not necessarily, because Ned, of course, isn't the son of Norman Osborn. He just comes brainwashed.
He takes inspiration from... I swear the Hobgoblin takes inspiration from the Green Goblin.
Yes, but he's seen the Green Goblin in No Way Home.
Oh, true. Nobody forgets. Although, I don't know how it works. Do they forget the entire event?
Peter Parker.
True. I guess they just forget that Peter Parker is. That's a thing. Why didn't they just have Peter stay there and have the mask on and go, oh, bye?
Yeah, so I reckon he will... I think that will happen. That's gonna... But like I said, I think that'll be Spider-Man 5. Because they're going to milk this so much.
Oh, yeah.
They know Spider-Man is such a money grabber.
Well, yeah, it was Sony's highest film ever. It was Far From Home.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
No Way Home might be it.
Well, it's already made...
93, I looked today.
Yeah.
93
well, actually,
million.
on Wikipedia, it's 165.1.
Oh, okay, so that's just updated. So 165. They've almost made their money back in the first weekend.
Yeah. I reckon this movie, like we've predicted in our Can We Predict the Next $1 billion movie, if this maintains, they start releasing stuff about the Spider-Man coming back, I continue to go and watch it multiple times. I reckon this will be $1 billion.
Because COVID is very big at the minute.
Yes, that is the one downside, is that the world has got a new variant. They've gone, hey, look, we need more people to stay at home. Stop going and watching Spider-Man. Stop it.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how that sort of goes ahead. Anything else you want to talk about in the film?
Just moments. Were there any moments that stood out to you?
I'm trying to think.
Where do you reckon this sits at the moment on your ranking list? High up, medium, low? I know it's not going to be low. But
it's high. It's definitely high. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a very good Marvel film.
But you prefer other stuff. Oh, look, it doesn't even say Matt Murdock on the fucking Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
They're just spoiling everything.
I think it's just because Marvel movies, as much as I enjoy them, they're not my favorite genre of film.
Oh, do you reckon that lady who was in the car is Flash's mum?
No.
Why not?
Why would it be?
I don't know. It just seemed like there, because she was reading his book, and like a mother would read a book, like a appreciation. And she's
No, I think
in
that's just like a joke because he Flash made a joke about it. I love to call it Flashpoint, by the way. Joke at DC, yeah. Because
Well,
that's technically what they've done. They've technically done Flashpoint in Spider-Man.
yeah. Well, not the same.
It's not the
he
same, but
doesn't
they've
stop anyone
technically
dying.
done it.
Well, they don't
sort of.
stop people dying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sort of the
Oxford
MCU
Street.
Flashpoint, that's what they've done. But
Wait, this released on the 13th of December for some places.
for those who are new here and don't know, Captain America Winter Soldier is my favorite film in the MCU. And it still is.
Yeah, mine's Iron Man.
Yes, because you
It
just
still
have
is.
a boner for Iron Man.
Hell yeah, I do.
But the only reason why that film's my favorite MCU film is because my favorite genre is thriller. And we've not
Mine's
had
Iron Man. My favorite genre of movie is Iron Man.
Yeah. I would love for them to make another thriller in MCU because they've not done, they've only done one out of like 23 movies, 24.
No, we're way past that, Dan. It's nearly 30.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want them to, don't get me wrong, I love this. All right, it's good for nostalgia, but it's good. I just wish they did Sinister Six properly. And
There's 27 movies currently in the MCU.
Yeah, only one of them's a thriller.
Next year, we will have 30 movies.
I'm hoping Doctor Strange might be a thriller.
Total box office, 23.88 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, nearly all their movies have made $1 billion. If you did it by that. Only 4 or 3 technically haven't made $1 billion in total if you did it by each movie made $1 billion. But each movie hasn't made $1 billion.
I'm interested in Doctor Strange too. Also, I want to say, I think Marvel's doing a great job at trying to make different films right now.
And TV show genres.
Yeah.
Whilst I don't like all of them.
No, but that's good.
Okay.
I don't care if I like all of them or not. I just care they're different because then it doesn't make it boring. I think Black Widow, it's been the only sort of MCU proper
Dud.
film this year.
I like Black Widow, but I just feel like it's just not needed. Because they didn't do anything with it. They introduced great characters who I love. But that's all it did.
Because the other films would be
Shang-Chi.
completely different martial arts style. Eternals, another completely different MCU kind of style film.
But divisive, Dan.
Very
It was
divisive.
No one liked it, except...
Yeah. And then Spider-Man is the first multiverse film.
well, technically Far From Home was their multiverse film, but it turned out to be a fake.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to more.
Well, Doctor Strange.
I'm strapped in for the ride at this point. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Because it's Sam Raimi, a horror director. But they had disagreements with the other guy who originally directed Doctor Strange over creative differences of how they wanted to do the horror. So
I think Sam Raimi will do a very good job of horror.
maybe. You don't know. It's how much studio control they have. If they rein him in.
I really hope they go full multiverse though, and then they show the alternate Fantastic Fours. They show sort of all the rumored castings in the past.
Well,
Get
apparently
Tom
Doctor
Cruise.
Strange has a bunch of cameos.
Yeah, get Tom Cruise as Iron Man.
Don't do that.
I think they should because then it's like you get everything. You get all these moments. I think it'd just be fantastic. And just have a little cameo every now and then. I think it'd be pretty good.
No. Don't do that.
You only
There's
don't want
only
it
one Iron
because
Man.
you're still, like I said, you got.
There's only one Iron Man. If it's an alternate Iron Man, it's Robert Downey Jr. as a zombie. That's the only other acceptable Iron Man. Because I really want that fucking statue, but I hate the fact that it has the drones.
I think that's most of the film covered.
Yep, we spoiled it, so if anyone was upsetty, we apologize, but why the fuck are you listening to a spoiler review?
Yes, it literally says spoiler in the title, so you're an idiot, yeah? If you get spoiled.
Also, I don't believe in the people who do the non-spoiler talk ones. I'm like, it's pointless to talk about it if it's a film that's going to get spoiled. You don't need to do a non-spoiler one. You just try to milk it.
I get non-spoilers for divisive films. Sort of a film that you're not sure if you want to go get, but then there's massive spoilers in there. And you
I
should
just
go watch
reckon
it.
do it all in one video. Just do a spoiler review. Talk about the stuff that you want to talk about that's not spoilery, and then just go full spoilers. Like, if you're going to do that, make it one video. You don't need to fucking drag it out to 2 videos. Because I hate the fact that people go, right, I can't spoil this movie. There's nothing to talk about because it's all spoilers. And I'm just like, well, fucking why'd you make a video then? Just make a spoiler review. It's pointless. But we hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
our ramblings on Spider-Man. Like always, they're inconsistent and random, and we had no plot line for this.
No, I think it worked. Actually, very quickly, I want to just talk about Green Goblin, how I think a great villain he still is.
Oh yeah, real good. I
Willem
liked all
Dafoe
of it.
chewing scenery. I absolutely love him.
I just love the moment where Peter Parker is just beating the shit out of him and he's just smiling and having the time of his life. And it's just like, damn, that is a creepy villain. What the fuck?
I actually think the first Spider-Man is the best of like the Raimi trilogy, just for William Dafoe.
Nah, see, I rewatched it and I'm like, I like it. I really do enjoy it, but I'm like, it's not.
Well, out of the Raimi trilogy.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite? Don't say Spider-Man 3.
Nah, it's 2, but I don't really like this. I don't love the Spider-Man trilogy, the original. I am more of an Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man. Even though they're worse movies, I still have a soft spot for them. And then Tom Holland is my favorite. Like I just enjoy Tom Holland's take. I'm not a fucking crybaby that it's not comic book accurate Spider-Man. Oh, he's got Tony Stark's technology. Oh no. I'm like, yeah.
Until
they made fun movies.
He gets rid of it all.
Yeah, that was the thing that I'm kind of happy about. The Stark suit, he's now got no sort of fancy shit because it all gets basically taken away.
Yeah, it's got his own suit now.
The nanotech's basically been destroyed. The suit AI isn't working because was that a different voice?
I don't know.
Because I can't remember if it was the female voice as the same. Because it sounded like a man, but I may be misremembering. But yeah, it slowly all got chipped away, and now he's got a lycra spandex suit that's blue and red. So everyone can come on it and go, yay, he's not wearing a black and red suit anymore. He's now stolen the identities of the Spider-Man from the other movies.
As much you criticize other people complaining about the Stark suit, I do feel like there was something missing from the original Home trilogy.
Yeah, but I don't care. I'm like,
I know,
it's a cool.
There's just that feeling, you know. It's like
they work in the movie. That's all I'm saying. I don't care
the
that
Home trilogy
it's
is good, but I'm more hopeful for the future films.
This one's got the best ending of all of them, in terms of a trilogy, duology, and a trilogy.
Quadrilogy, because it's definitely 4 films.
Yeah, well, at the moment it's a trilogy. So
yeah, but that's our review.
Yes, we will see you for our TBO-ness.
And TFA, where we will cover Spider-Man once again.
Yes. Box office, reactions, love, laughing, and life, penis.
Yes. We'll see you next week.
Because the people wanted to see the penises who were sitting behind me. And I was just very annoyed. Also, one of the people behind me on my third viewing had the conversation, would you rather be eaten by a pedophile or eat a kid? And that was a conversation that was happening behind me, and I was very confused.
People shouldn't be in the cinema.
No, they should have released on streaming, but I wouldn't have wanted to watch it any other way. We'll see you next week. Bye!